So good morning, everyone, and, or afternoon, evening, wherever you're located, on this amazing day. And so my name is Bobbie, and I am a certified yoga therapist, and I've been in love with and teaching adaptive yoga for many years now. And one of my mentors, and of course I've had many wonderful teachers for years, who has been practicing yoga and teaching for sure over 40 years. And one of the things that stayed with me that she shared was that yoga is the gift that keeps on giving. And so now that I'm aging, apparently we're all aging, it's become even more poignant. Yoga, the gift that keeps on giving. And so I'll be at my, at this stage of life, my practice looks quite a bit different than it did when I was in my early 20s. And so not meant to be a beach babe all my life. And I'm totally okay with that. Thanks to yoga primarily. So anyway, not to bore anyone with my talking. I don't want to be a talking head. So with just a gentle reminder that some of the yoga toys that I like to use in yoga practice would be a yoga strap, if you have that available to you, some kind of something that you can maybe secure your legs so that they're about hip distance apart. Last week, I introduced the possibility of using a yoga mat along your spine. Might be that cushion feels better for you. So whatever facilitates setting yourself up to sit comfortably. And so not one size fits all. We don't all wear the same pair of shoes. And yeah, so at this point, I'm going to go back to where my other chair is situated. And
I'm sitting in a more comfortable chair.
We'll get set. And so sitting comfortably, effortlessly upright. I'd like to invite you to maybe roll your shoulders up, back, and down just a few times. And then an invitation to bring your hands together in prayer pose, if that's easy for you. And to take a moment to remember your intention for your practice. So that might be your intention today, might be to work on a condition or an area of your body. Might be that you feel up to dedicating your practice to someone, in which case you can visualize that person in front of you. Silently say their name and wish them happiness, and they might know the root of all happiness. Release your arms down by your sides, spiral your palms open, so turn your palms face up, and then we fidget, shake your hands vigorously. So you can imagine that we're waving to each other, our ancestors. All those we can't see and unsee. And then release your arms by your side, rest your hands on your thighs or your knees, palm face up or down as desired. And take a moment to notice how's your breath. Our old friend, our breath. One of our main teachers in our yoga practice is our breath. And so if our breath gets jagged or short, or at some point you might find that you're holding on to your breath, that's our body talking to us. And it's an indication that it might be a good idea to back off the pose a little bit, notice how that feels, or the movement might be slowing down a bit. Or maybe coming out of the pose or the movement altogether, and if you'd like, explore coming back into it a little more gently or slowly. And so, trusting that you are all taking good care of yourselves. And any questions or feedback, I'd love to hear from you. However, if we could do that at the end of the class, that would be wonderful. And it would just help with the flow of the class and make it easier for me to be here now and present teaching. And so again, let's ground through our feet. So centering practice. Ground and center through the soles of your feet. If you can't feel your feet in the usual way, visualize your feet. Imagination is powerful. Root down to your sits bones. So maybe noticing where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Energy moving in two directions. Lengthen from the tip of your tailbone all the way up through to the crown of your head. So our Buddha belly is soft, breath is quiet. Roll your shoulders up, back and down just a few times. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. So if it's available to you and you'd like, place 2 fingers on your chin. Imagine a turtle. And so when we tuck our chin in slightly, this can help release the back of the neck. And chin long. And then arms by your side again, spiral your palms open. Open up your armpits and wiggly fidgets again. So a little more vigorous, wiggly fidgets. Or a bum dance if you'd like. As far as I know, we all have bums. You might shift your weight from side to side, pull the buttock flesh away from your sits bones. So in a way, and I'll speak to this more as we go along, our sits bones act like the feet of our toes. And then when you're ready, I'd like to invite you to reach your arm up to the sky. So only reaching up as high as feels comfortable for you. And then slowly float your arm down. So same side, 3 more times on inhale, reaching up. Maybe turning your gaze gently up if it doesn't create tension in your neck. And slowly float your arm down. A gentle movement, reaching up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Let's explore adding a gentle breath to the movement. On inhale, reaching up, full length for inhale. On exhale, float your arm down, the full length of your exhale. Release both arms down by your side. Rest your hands on your thighs. And we'll begin the movement on the other side. So it is not about forcing one limb to do what the other is doing. We just want them talking to each other. As you're ready, reach your other arm up to the sky. And slowly float your arm down. So it's as I like to think of our gentle movements as a moving meditation. And slowly float your arm down. So adding a gentle breath to our movement on inhale, reaching up, full length of your inhale. On exhale, float your arm down, the full length of your exhale. It's as if on our inhale, there's a beginning a middle, and an end point. On exhale, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Release both arms down by your side. This time, let's explore reaching both arms up to the sky. So reaching up, way up to the sky. So it might be that you feel comfortable with your arms up high. Maybe it feels better to have your arms in goalposts. And so I'm going to choose to have my arms up a little higher, closer to my ears today. If it doesn't create tension in your neck, take a look between your palms and then return your gaze on the horizon. Fold your fingers in, press into the palms of your hands. There is a sensitive point in the palm of our hands. And together we can shout out, I am. I can't hear you. I can. And I will. And slowly release your arms down by your side. Roll your shoulders up, back and down just a few times. And just a little shake out again. And so at this time, I'd like to invite you to walk your hips forward in the chair. Come forward about 2/3 of the way, if that's possible. Otherwise, you might just do a little bum dance, shift your weight from side to side. So the idea is that we're seated comfortably, effortlessly upright. So I happen to have a block between my feet. This is a cue for my body and mind to that it's a good idea to have my feet approximately hip distance apart. So if that works for you, if hip distance works for you, wonderful. If not, place your feet in whatever way feels comfortable for you. And so from here, we'll continue with a gentle warm up for our neck and our shoulders. And so beginning from a place where we're more relaxed, calm. And so let's begin with simple neck rolls. Our Buddha belly is soft, breath is quiet. Move your head in the opposite direction. See if you can resist the temptation to move your head to its full range of motion. Move your head up and down. On inhale, looking up, and then drop your chin towards your chest. Breathing in, looking up. Drop your chin towards your chest. Bring your head on an inhale back to a neutral position, and then turn your gaze looking over your shoulder. So don't worry about left, right. Pause, and then imagine, visualize that you're moving your chin up and down slightly. Move your head back through center, turning a soft gaze, looking over your other shoulder. Pause. Visualize moving your chin up and down slightly, just a few times. We'll be back at center. take a moment, and then when you're ready, drop your ear towards your shoulder. Maybe releasing your opposite arm down by your side, extending beyond your wrist, your fingertips, or adding a movement by pressing, pushing through the palm of your hand, reach your arm up to the sky. Release your arm down by your side. Head comes back center. Palm face up at the heart. Sorry. Emergency alert. What? It's only a test. Okay.
We all got it. We all got it, Bobbie.
Oh, cool. I didn't freak.
I just got it too on my
Okay.
phone.
Good. I'm glad everybody's doing their job today. Thanks.
Yeah, it's not for real.
Okay.
They did it a couple weeks ago too.
All right. Awesome. The wonders of technology. Cool.
It's Kim, by the way.
I know your beautiful voice, Kim. So I'd sure like to get rid of that upcoming event calendar 16 minutes ago on my screen, but that's okay. Well, that's minor. All right, so nerve flossing, nerves like movement. Let's repose, sitting comfortably, effortlessly, upright, so spine is long, front body is soft. Push down through one foot and then down through the other. Maybe noticing if you feel one foot more than the other. And then when you're ready, drop your ear, so other side this time, towards your shoulder. Release your opposite arm down by your side. Pushing through the palm of your hand. So in other words, we're flexing our wrist. Push away and up to your place. Try not to collapse forward. Slowly release on this side. Arm releases down. Head comes back center. Palm face up at our heart center. Heart center symbolically. Rest your hand on your thigh. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. Release your opposite arm down by your side. So this might be your pose today. Otherwise, maybe adding the piece of flowing, pressing through the palm of your hand, reaching your arm up to the sky. And so if you're blessed with a yoga buddy today that can help guide your movements physically, so not doing the work for you, however, just being a guide, a beautiful guide. So let's come on back, meeting at center, pardon me, and up at the heart. And 2 more times. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. Release your arm down by your side, pressing through the palm of your hand, reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly release your arm down by your side. One last time, drop your ear towards your shoulder, pushing through the palm of your hand, reach your arm up to your place. And slowly, we'll finish up this movement. Hand comes up to the heart, and midline. Release both arms down by your side. Rest your hands on your thighs. And notice, how's your breath? Our old friend, our breath. Notice any subtle sensations. Curious if anybody felt numbness as we were doing the nerve flossing. Sometimes that can be a sensation that's experienced. And so moving on, Roll our shoulders forward, down and back. Sorry, up, forward, down and back. And then reverse the direction. So forward, up, back and down. So it's not meant to be a big scrunch up towards our ears. That is contraindicated at this point. And then I'd like to invite you to maybe imagine that you're swimming, if you don't mind the water, swimming in the water. Yeah. And so doing maybe the breaststroke, for me, it's always been the dog paddle that I'm best at. And then maybe explore backstroke. And so I'd like you to imagine, if it works to you, that your arms are like seaweed. So seaweed at the bottom of the ocean. The seaweed's making its way up towards the light. So moonlight is cooling, sunlight warming. Stretch into the stretch. Get bigger in space. We tend to shrink. It can be interesting to close your eyes as we practice these gentle movements. And so in your own time and rhythm, we all have our own rhythm. Bring a gentle awareness to where your body's talking to you and breathe into that area. Pause. And then moving on, maybe noticing an area of your body where it feels like it needs more energy. Breathe, send your healing energy, your breath. Our breath is part of our life force to that area. And then finishing up wherever your body is still talking to you. And then slowly come back to stillness. Release your arms down by your side. Rest your hands on your thighs. And take a moment to notice how you feel. Notice any subtle sensations. We've begun the process of tuning into our bodies and connecting with our breath. The bridge between our body and our mind is our breath. And so a gentle reminder, do not take my word for it. Investigate. Notice how you feel. And so let's repose. Ground down through your feet. If you can, tap your toes. Maybe pick up your toes, create space between your toes. Sits bones sharp on the chair. Lengthen from the tip of your tailbone all the way up through to the crown of your head. So our Buddha belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone, soft. Lengthen. I already said that. Long spine, soft front body. Can't be repeated too much, I don't think. So shoulders up, back and down, just a few times. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And from here, bring your hands together in prayer pose at your heart center, if that feels comfortable for you. Otherwise, it might feel better, more grounding, to have your hands placed on your Buddha belly. So I'm going to place my hands in my heart center today. And whatever your form of prayer pose is, I'd like us to explore together sun breath. So meditation on the heart. On inhale, extend your arms out to the side, up. And then bring your hands back together. Bowing your head to your heart. Hands in prayer at the heart or maybe at our Buddha belly. Inhale. This time, let's explore stretching our palms. So if you have arthritis in your hands, this can feel wonderful or it can be helpful. And then making soft fists, bring your hands back to your heart center or your Buddha belly. Inhale, reaching up and out. So only reaching your arms up as high as you'd like. Soft fists, bringing our hands back together at the heart. Inhale. And this time on your exhale, I'd like to invite you to join me in making a humming sound. So it sounds like a bumblebee. If you'd rather listen, please do. Inhale. So Bumblebee Breath is a really lovely yoga practice. So it can be one of our yoga tools. Inhale. And you might notice that the humming sound lengthens our exhale. Place one hand on your Buddha belly, the other on your heart center. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Rest your hands on your thighs and moving on. Let's begin to shift our weight from side to side. So bend your spine. And if you'd like, maybe sliding your hands away. So this can give us a little more awareness of where our body is in relation to space. Just moving your hands. Come on back center. If you'd like, bend your arms low in front of you. Find a space straight ahead that you can gaze on softly, and that can help us focus our mind. So gently twisting. So continuing with this gentle movement, gazing maybe on the floor, 3 or 4 feet in front of you. Again, that can release our neck. So I don't know anyone that's not holding a lot of tension in their neck and shoulders these days. You'd like to challenge yourself a little more with the arms. Bend your elbows, fingers reach up to the sky. And moving with your breath, washing machine. So I like to hear my breath when I'm practicing some of the yoga movements. And so this helps me to focus my mind. So feel free to join me in that practice. Slowly come back to a neutral spine. Release your arms by your side. Rest your hands on your thighs. And take a moment to let your breath settle. Notice any subtle sensations. It's not going to be a rocket ship across the sky with the sensations. And so moving on, I like to invite you to draw your hands in towards your hip creases. And so the practice I'd like to share with you is someone named it Finding Your Balance. And so I like that. And so movement to help us find our balance. And so balance, the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. And so that is something I heard Matthew Sanford, who is spinal cord injured, para, that I did an intro training with in Minneapolis some years ago. So balance, the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. And so as you're ready, first of all, we're going to be coming into flowing in and out of a rocking motion, coming forward. Important to note, if you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, bulging disc, any condition that you know is contraindicated for you to come into a forward fold, please honor that. And so yoga meets us exactly where we are. And so as you're ready, hinging from the hips, come forward, rock forward with a flat back. So it is not about seeing how far we can go. It is about coming to that just right amount of effort and ease. Rock back up. And then keep this gentle rocking movement flowing. In your own time and rhythm for a few more breaths or as long as feels comfortable. If it's helpful to walk your feet forward a little bit, do so. And noticing that when we come into forward bend, sometimes our chin wants to jut forward. If it is jutting forward, tuck it in slightly. And slowly finish up the movement that you're on. Release your arms down by your side and take a rest. So the yoga, in a way, happens between the movements and the poses. Notice how you feel. Notice any subtle sensations. And so moving on, let's maybe shift our weight from side to side, pulling the buttock flesh away from our sits bones. We're gonna do a little bum dance. Make sure your feet are placed evenly on the floor on your foot rests or plates. Might walk back a little bit, then forward. And so ground through your feet. So say hello to the earth, Mother Nature. So I had my feet firmly planted in the air for many years. I still do at times. I continue to do my practice. I need to be reminded. So feet grounded, Center and ground through the soles of your feet. Sits bones sharp on the chair. Do a little bum dance if that helps. Sitting comfortably, effortlessly upright. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down just a few times. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And then when you're ready, I'd like to invite you to reach your hand over and across to your shoulder, wherever you can reach comfortably. Maybe it feels okay to reach up to the bottom of your ear and then tap from the bottom of your ear down to your shoulder. Belly is soft, breath is quiet. And then reach back and give yourself a pat on the back. And then tap down your arm, same side. Turn your palm face up, tap up. This can be a lovely practice to do with a yoga buddy. When you're ready, reach across to the other side. Maybe reaching up just below your ear. Tap from your ear down to your shoulder. If the tapping feels too intense, maybe just hovering over that area or stroking. And then reach back and give yourself a pat on the back. So you might imagine that I am giving you a pat on the back. My favorite thing to do, whatever way I can. And then tap down along your arm. Turn your palm face up. Tap back up. So lots of information about body tapping online if you're wanting to explore it a little further. And then when you're ready, bring your fingertips to the back of your neck and tap. And then reach up to the crown of your head, tapping. Or you might massage a little. So shampoo your hair. So depending on the day, I might tap or massage. And so today is feeling like a nice time to massage. But tapping, I used to do a lot in the morning because I was a night owl. And I would say, wake up, brain. Wake up, brain. Huh. That was then. This is now. So I'm now more of a morning person. And just give your hands a little shake up. Although I love howling at the moon too. So let's tap our sternum, so upper chest. And so I have a microphone here, so I need to be mindful. So thymus gland tapping in this area can be calming for our nervous system. However, we do not want to overdo the tapping in this area. Bring your beautiful hands down to your Buddha belly. So it's okay to lean back in your chair if that feels good. And then massage your organs. Your liver, your gallbladder, your stomach. Soft Buddha belly. Not an easy place to get to in our culture. So many of us obsessed with a flat belly. And then if it feels okay, if it feels good, hinge forward a little and massage your lower back. Or have your partner massage your lower back. And then sweep your hands forward along your thighs, maybe your knees, and on inhale, saying let. And on exhale, one more time, go. So inhale, let, exhale, go. So let's sweep down, continuing, walk your feet forward if you need to. Pass your knees, coming only to that place where it feels comfortable, in other words, stable. So you might have someone massage your legs, your feet. If you can reach down comfortably to your feet, go for it. If you can pick up your toes, there's a little marma point just in the middle of our feet, just below our toes. And then come on back up. And one more time. So visualizing the movement, or coming down if you'd like to that place that feels comfortable for you. And then sweeping back up. And take a rest. And so I feel that you're heating up at this point. Maybe not, maybe you're cool, feeling coolness. So notice any subtle sensations. How's your breath? And so when you're ready, walk your hips forward a little in the chair, walk your hips back, or do a little bum dance. Holding the side of the chair for stability, reach your other arm down by your side, spiral your palm open. On inhale, reach your arm up. So it's okay to have your elbow bent. Maybe it feels good to have your fingers on your shoulder. Or maybe it feels okay to reach way up and over today. Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck. And then imagine that you're breathing into your rib cage. Keep that sit bone on the chair. Slowly float your arm down, release your arm. We'll come into the pose on the other side. So taking hold of the side of the chair if you'd like, the other side, or wherever you need to feel comfortable and stable. So you might have an armrest, maybe you have a chair out to the side. You choose. This is your yoga practice. So trust your innate wisdom, and I will do my best to guide you. So let's begin again, fin again. Take hold of the underneath of the side of the chair. Release your opposite arm down by your side. Spiral your palm open. Turn your palm face up. So if you turn your palm face up before you reach up, you will always come to the right place for you. Buddha belly is soft, breath is quiet, and then on inhale, reaching up. Elbow bent, or maybe fingers on your shoulders, or reaching up and over. Turn your gaze down towards the floor if it doesn't create tension in your neck. And then breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? Slowly come out of the pose on this side. Rest your hands on your thighs, your lap. And let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. So moving on, let's come into another warm up for our spine. So of course, we know that our spines matter. And so make sure you're seated comfortably. Sits bone sharp on a chair, your feet placed evenly on the floor on your footrest. Hands resting on your thighs. And we'll come into a gentle warm up for our spine. So drop your chin towards your chest. Round your shoulders towards your front body. Round your spine. Draw your hands in towards your hip creases. Back to a neutral spine. When you're ready, drop your chin towards your chest. Round your shoulders towards your front body. Round your spine. So let your shoulders drop towards your front body. Round your spine. On inhale, come on back to a neutral spine. So 2 more times in your own time and rhythm. And so move in a way that feels comfortable for you. So comfortable that your movements and your breath become one. Hello, baby. So you may see my bunny rabbit here momentarily. Come on back up to a neutral spine. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And so let's come into a seated twist. Hello, Bumble. And so bring your feet a little wider than outer hip bone distance, if that is possible. Take a look at your feet and an invitation to place your knees in line with your ankles. It's okay to have your feet a little wider or pointing out to the side. And so with the seated twist, there are some contraindications. So again, those of you who have osteopenia, arthritis, bulging discs, and you know who you are, an invitation to explore the twist, but not to go into it too deep. I mean, in our days, daily life, we need to be able to twist and turn a little bit. And so when you're ready, sitting up tall, this time I'm going to cue right, left for simplicity's sake. Reach your right hand over to your left knee or thigh. Right hand or left hand comes beside you on the chair behind you. So it might be that you have a handle on your chair, feels okay to use that to come into the twist. This might be your pose today. So you notice we're already into the twist at this point. But for those of you who would like to explore it a little deeper, on inhale, lengthen your spine. On exhale, gently going into the twist. Our head turns last. See if you can resist the temptation to move your head to its full range of motion. Breath is quiet, belly soft. Slowly come out of the pose on this side. Take a moment. And we'll explore the pose, a seated twist on the other side. So reach your left hand over to your right knee or thigh. Right hand comes beside you on the chair or behind you. So this might be your pose today, or you might like to explore going a little deeper. On inhale, lengthen your spine, so right up through to the crown of your head. And then gently going into the twist a little deeper. Soften your gaze or close your eyes softly if that feels comfortable for you. Unwind, we'll meet back at center. So rock and roll. Release your arms down by your side. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. So it might be okay with your arms in front of you, maybe further up to the side. You choose your yoga practice. And then twist to the side. Inhale, reaching up. Things expand. On exhale, things contract. In your own time and rhythm, keeping this gentle flow moving. For a few more breaths, or as long as feels comfortable. So moving in and out of the twist. Remember, a gentle reminder to go into the twist on an exhale. Finish up the movement that you're on. Walk your feet back if you brought them out to the side, wider than hip distance. So a little trick that I like to use, some of you I know have wheelchairs, and you have a pummel or some other, some way of kind of cueing your body mind what hip distance is and keeping you there. So what I like to do sometimes, because sometimes I'm on top of a mountain, or I might be seated in the woods somewhere, who knows, right? Where life takes us in any given day. So 2 soft fists between the knees can be a little cue. And if it's okay to look down at your feet, so making sure that you have whatever you need device so that you don't, fall out of your chair. And that applies to all of us. I don't want to fall out of my chair. And so about hip distance apart, whatever feels comfortable, and then do a little bum dance. And so we'll come into a practice called Sun Salutation. So this is a seated Sun Salutation, so a variation on an ancient practice. And so really my simple interpretation of what Sun Salutation means is that we're honoring the sun. So Mother Earth, Mother Nature. And so sun, yang, moon, yin. And so that balance. And so this is a practice during the day. So we're in our bodies, more warmed up and ready to go. And so bring your hands together in prayer, if that is easy for you. Release your arms by your side. Turn your palms face up. Soft, bend in your elbows. Reach your arms up into mountain pose. So it might be that elbows are bent, maybe reaching up a little higher. Whatever your pose is today, I'd like to invite you to take a look between your palms and then return your gaze on the horizon. And so maybe our hands come together down through to the heart. So drop your chin towards your chest, and that can give us a little nerve flossing for our neck, calming for our nervous system. When you're ready, release your arms by your sides. Turn your palms face up, reach up into mountain pose. Maybe our hands come together and down through to the heart. Arms by your sides, spiral your palms open. Inhale, mountain pose. Hands come together in prayer down through to the heart. Hinging from the hips, come forward a little. Take a hold of the underside of your chair. Come forward with a flat back. Walk your feet forward a little bit if need be. Place one hand on each knee or thigh. And when you're ready, lifting the top of your chest, looking up, come into Cobra, so gentle back bend. And then if you'd like, round your back, so round your spine. You might notice that your belly naturally contracts in towards your spine. We'll drop your chin. So we'll do this one more time. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. So the cat cow movement, pardon me. So happy cat. And arching. Happy cow. Come on back to a neutral spine. When you're ready, bring your hands together in prayer. Release your arms by your side. Inhale into mountain. Maybe our hands come together down through to the heart. Gently twist to the side. One back center, neutral spine. Gently twist to the other side. Come back center. Release your arms by your sides. Spiral your palms open. Inhale, reach up into mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through the heart. On exhale, I'd like to invite you to either float your hands over your knee, or it might feel okay clasping your hands behind your thigh to hug your knee in towards your chest and belly. And release. Bring your hands together in prayer. Release your arms by your side. Spiral your palms open. Inhale. Hello, sun. Hands come together down through to the heart. Float your hands down over your other knee, or maybe clasping your hands behind your thigh. Hug your knee in towards your chest and belly. It's okay to lean back in your chair if you'd like. And release. Bring your hands together. Release your arms by your side. Turn your palms face up. Soft bending your elbows. Nothing rigid. Hands come together in prayer down through the heart. And so shall we practice one more round before we move into, I'm seeing some head nods, so I'm just going to go with that. So I was thinking 2 or more are saying the same thing. It's time to pay attention. But that could be old school, who knows? So actually, let's do a little this. Wiggly fidgets. Oh, there goes the telephone. All right, so one more time. So sun salutation, sun, heating, strengthening. Make sure that you're seated comfortably, effortlessly upright. Feet are firmly planted on the earth, not in the air. Bring your hands together in prayer. Release your arms by your side. Spiral your palms open. So this is one mountain pose. Another version would be to reach your arms up to the sky. So mountain pose, elbows bent or maybe arms up closer to your ears. Take a look between your palms. If it doesn't create tension in your neck, then return your gaze on the horizon. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Release your arms by your side. Inhale, mountain pose. Hands come down through to the heart. On exhale, hinging from the hips, rock forward a little. Take hold of the sides of the chair for stability. Hinging from the hips, come forward. So forward fold. Might be that you have a rolled yoga mat along your belly. Press down through your inner heels. Place one hand on each knee or thigh. Inhale, lift your sternum, so Cobra, gentle back bend, shoulders are away from our ears. Round your back, so drop your chin towards your chest, round your shoulders towards your front body, round your spine. On inhale, arch. Slide your shoulders towards your hip creases. On exhale, round your back, sliding your hands away if you'd like, navel in towards your spine. Inhale, come on back to a neutral spine. Bring your hands together in prayer. Stretch your arms out to the sides, up. Your place, mountain pose. Hands come together in prayer down through to the heart. Gently twist to the side. Come back center, gently twist to the other side. Come on back center. Release your arms by your sides, spiral your palms open. Inhale, come on, into mountain. And then float your hands down through prayer. Place one hand on your Buddha belly, the other on your heart center. Take a moment to feel the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And so let's come down off the mountain, come back seated comfortably in your chair. In preparation for final relaxation. So get what you need to feel comfortable. So if you feel okay, placing your legs up on a chair, maybe a bit of weight, a blanket on your thighs, or a pillow or a pet. So understandably, if there's nerve sensitivity or pain going on, that might not feel comfortable for you. And so roll your shoulders up, back, and down just a few times. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. Rest your hands, palms face up or down as desired. Close your eyes softly if that feels comfortable for you, or soften your gaze. So soft Buddha belly, soft palms. Let your fingers rest where they may. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften between your eyebrows. And soften the area. Pardon me. Relax your ears. I'm aware that I might be going over 2 or 3 minutes, so my apologies for that. If you need to leave the space for whatever reason to take care of yourself, by all means do, and hope to see you next time. And so otherwise, relax your ears. And so taking a moment or two, these few moments, to allow your body mind to integrate your yoga practice. It's challenging to quiet the mind. Sometimes placing our hands on our Buddha belly can be helpful, and bringing our awareness to our breath. And adding a little swaying motion like that. Feels lovely. And without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body. Thank your body again. Our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. See if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, hands and feet, waking up. Rub the tips of your fingers with your thumbs, if you'd like. And then come on up seated comfortably to finish up your yoga practice. Thank you, everyone. Notice how you feel before and after your yoga practice. Take a moment to bring the intention you set at the beginning of the class back to mind, and then let it go. Take a moment to honor yourself and each other for showing up for yoga practice today. Thank you to Derek, our tech host behind the scenes, and the Disability Foundation and ConnecTra for creating this time and space for us to spend together. So the teacher in me honors and appreciates the teacher in each of you. Have a lovely day.